Hello and welcome to another wilderness tamed gardening video, and in this one we're revisiting a pond that was put in about a year ago, and just see how it's survived the drought and recovered from that, and the maintenance that we're going to do during now to see it through the winter. Backing onto a meadow which has since been cut by the client, but they have left this sort of 3 to 4 metre perimeter of long grass around the edge of the pond, which is fine. If you've got an amphibian population, you want to sort of have a little bit of wildness around the pond, and this offers them foraging and shelter. And in some of the denser tussocks, even the possibility of hibernating in that. But as there are no amphibians in this pond yet, it's in its first year and it dried out completely during the summer, and there was nothing came to live in it. So this vegetation isn't really doing a lot of good. So we'll do a couple of laps with the scythe and get this down. And also, as the client has a bench to sit and view the pond from, it'd be nice to keep that front end a little bit shorter to allow them a decent view of the water during the summer months when they're sat out enjoying a summer evening. So if I sit on the bench, that's the view of the pond with the vegetation as it is, so really we want that keeping a little bit shorter just to get a better view of what's going on. Anyway, I'll set to. And there we have it. A rough cut around the edge, a nice windrow of cut grasses, taking a few things out of the pond, a few stalks, but there's still a bit of flower and colour there, so I'll not destroy everything. But it looks like that pond's done alright, apart from completely drying out in the summer. It's recovered again quite quickly with a few autumn downpours. And yeah, right as rain. Nature is incredible, and even though it completely dried out, the clay and soil in the bottom remained, it's thick enough, and it was just damp enough to keep some of those roots ticking over, which is all good. I think the only thing that hasn't survived, there's no signs of it, is the water lily. But I've got replacements of those, so I can bring one and pop it in. But yeah, all in all, that's pretty good. And the only thing I've disturbed in here during the mowing has been a little vole that was in the grass around here and scurried off towards the hedge line, so it should be all right. But I haven't I've shaved the grass in a few places where it was easy, and then, to be honest, the grass was a bit of a nightmare. Folded over in all sort of different directions, lying flat in that way and then lying flat that way, and so there's a little bit of sort of tufty stuff and thicker vegetation in patches, just to create a bit of a mosaic of heights, and offer a bit of refuge to some of the stuff. All in all, not too bad. And it's nice to see how these ponds develop after, it's sort of clocking on for 12 months that this one's been in. So in 1 year, it's done really well, and it blends in nicely. you know, and when I'm sure if I'd come during the summer when the meadow was all up and in full swing, it would have looked a treat. Anyway, I have suggested to the client that they keep sort of from there to there close cut so that they've got a decent view of the pond, just up to the edge where it slopes off, and then they can allow that stuff to grow a little bit. But there's nothing of any great height at the front at the minute until things start to seed around about. But most of these plants, like a lot of meadow perennials as well, they will, you know, the pond plants, the marginals and things, they will send up flowers on quite short stems if they're being regularly grazed or cut. Like a lot of what are classed as lawn weeds, daisies, dandelions, buttercups and clovers will flower if they're regularly cut, as well as being let to just grow undisturbed. So same goes for a lot of the pond plants. So yeah, all in all, I am pretty happy with that, and the client as well, and that's what counts really. So farewell, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.